Hello, you beautiful nerds. I just stumbled upon this little gem on Amazon Prime and I couldn't help it. I had to talk about it. I wasn't really planning on talking about this. There were like 3 other shows I wanted to talk about before this show. But fuck all that, son. This series is fucking buck nutty. So drink a little something. I did. And smoke a little something. I did. You're gonna need to do something to calm your nerves because awful shit happens in like every episode of the show. So let's talk about the sort of original Amazon Prime series, But first, a prelude. In the year of our Lord 2014, my favorite living director put out a little movie called Gone Girl. Gillian Flynn, the writer of the novel Gone Girl, also wrote the screenplay. And when I heard that she was the showrunner for Utopia, it piqued my interest a little bit. The show is based on a British series of the same name, but I chose not to watch it first for the same reason I don't watch trailers. I don't want to ruin anything for myself. I know that trailers are supposed to get people interested in the new movie or TV show, but they just end up ruining key moments for me. You tell me this person and this person are involved, that's enough for me to give the first episode a try. Hey, there's a Gone Girl reference in the show. Amazon Prime has some sleeper hits out there that are surprisingly Amazon. Get it? That was dumb. I don't know what I'm doing. That sweet, sweet evil Bezos money has financed some superb shows, and I had to see if Utopia was one of them. But what's the show about? I hear no one asking. So there's this super rare comic book called Dystopia. It's kind of a cult hit, but some real stans / conspiracy theorists out there think that there's a hidden message in the comic book that predicted a bunch of terrible viruses and diseases years before they happened. We enter the show when Dystopia's much rumored sequel, Utopia, has been unearthed and being sold to the highest bidder. A group of young and not so young nerds who are obsessed with Dystopia decide to meet at a comic book convention, pool their money, and buy the comic. But turns out the conspiracy theory isn't so much a theory as it is a real thing, and the main character is a real person.
Because I'm just a guide.
The comic is somehow predicting these events, or somebody is making them happen, and there are some people with questionable clothing choices that want their hands on it. This show is like a demented Stranger Things, but instead of sci-fi shit, there's just like a whole lot of murder. I was lucky enough to stumble upon this show with no expectations. It's just one of those shows where the less you know going in, the better. So I'm going to try not to spoil too much for you. But still, minor spoiler alert, because I might say something revealing. I'm pretty drunk. So what's so great about Utopia? Let me start by saying that this is not a feel-good show. Also have to mention, for as upsetting as the show is, it is also astoundingly funny. There's comedy, action, drama, suspense, really scary shit. The show is very well balanced. Thanos would be proud. It's also incredibly well written and directed and edited and fucking everything. The pacing is just so smooth and none of the scenes feel like they last too long. There are a lot of twists and turns that are genuinely startling, but it never feels like it's for the sake of shock value. The acting is also surprisingly wonderful. All the characters are fleshed out, 3-dimensional people with feelings and motivations. I haven't heard of most of these actors, but there's not a weak link in the whole ensemble. If I had to choose a favorite, I'd probably choose this guy. There is an angle of this show that is very surreal considering the current climate, but it's just an awful coincidence that doesn't take away from the show at all. In fact, the question raised about the inevitability of a world-altering pandemic and the fragility of the human race may enhance the ominous creepiness of the show. It certainly did for me. The only nitpick I have for the show is probably the ending. The show is so short and the last twist is so jarring, you don't really feel like anything ended. And the last twist also feels kind of stupid. But who knows? Maybe all will be explained in the second season. I kind of want to watch the British version so I can see where the fuck this is all going, but I'm gonna resist temptation. I was genuinely impressed with the first season of the series. I laughed, I cried, I cringed nervously at child murder. Much like a Tierra Whack song, it was incredible, but way too short. My ranking, I liked it. Give me a second season with more than 8 episodes, you stingy fuck. Okay, that's it for this review. If you want to see a spoiler review, let me know. I have a lot of thoughts and it's kind of fucking killing me not to talk about it. So if you want to see a part 2 of my Utopia review, or if there's anything else you want me to talk about, let your voice be heard in the comment section. Stay alive, Jessica Hyde, and all you guys, and may the force be with you.